We all know that dating can be tough during every phase of life, but social media and AI have changed things up. Here to give more of her expert tips on tackling love while embracing the changes, please welcome back, we love her, Kimmy Seltzer.
Good to see you. Really quick, yes. I have a question about this. When I was dating, and I did date, okay, I always thought the men had it like a little bit easier, and I have heard you say that's not true. So what are some ways we misunderstand the counterparts, our counterparts, whatever gender they may be?
It's so funny that you're asking that, because I work with both men and women, and I do co-ed programming, whether it's in my retreats or virtually, and both men and women are fascinated that I coach the opposite sex, right? Like the men will say, how are you coaching women? What do you have to worry about? We're the ones that have to approach you, right? And so the reality is dating's hard for both, and we all have challenges. And the first thing that I see in the misunderstanding is that approachability factor. Both sexes have responsibility in approachability. It's not just the man's job to go up to the woman. The woman has got to do like a flirt bomb, as I call it, or turn on the cab light and say, come hither, and give the signal that she's open and interested, and no RBFs.
What's an RBF?
Resting blank face.
Oh, yes. Resting
we gotta be blank face.
We have, because men will not approach you. So it's, you know, we're almost at a stalemate, because women are getting mad at men because there's no alpha men going up to the women, but then women aren't approachable. So we're at a stalemate.
And what's a flirt bomb?
Well, it's kind of like
perfume, doesn't it?
Use it on Jeff. Let me see the flirt.
That's right, he wasn't here last time.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So it's just giving kind of the open signals that you're interested, and it could be a look like that.
Kimmy. I see what you're doing.
Well, I demonstrated the 3-second rule last time, right? But if he's next to me, that's a little odd, but it's just maybe a hold. Or maybe it's a touch, right? And because if we don't give those signals, they're not going to know, and they're more fearful of us than we are of them.
It's like spiders.
Yes.
Spiders.
Yes.
I love the cab lights on.
We're of age to know about cabs, right?
Yeah, which brings me to my next thing. Online dating has taken over the old-fashioned way, which is crazy, because I was with my wife so long that I've never even had those apps on my phone. So all I know is the old way, so I know those cab references and things like that. But what are some things we should remember when we meet someone online?
Yeah, you know, everybody is so burnt out on online dating. That's a big thing right now. And so people are looking for ways to meet in the wild, and I know we'll talk about that in a second, but it's really important. I always say that your dating portfolio should be like your financial portfolio. You need to diversify as much as possible. You can't just put all your eggs in one basket thinking that's the end all be all of meeting someone. So the first thing that you really need to keep in mind is just the mindset around it all, right? Like, when you get better at the social part, the online dating will be easier. You won't put so much into it and all these expectations around it. I say treat it like a party online. Like, if you think about it, if you walk into a real party, nobody has their age on their forehead and their resume on their belly. You just say hi. Well, what if we all did that with online dating? I mean, you have to be safe about it. So that creates more opportunities. I think what happens is people are so scared of being hurt. They're vetting every single one. They'll see one little word that'll trigger them. Oh, that's just like my ex. And then they'll swipe left. Right? So be more open. And then the final thing that I always say to people is just have fun. Like, I go into people's Bumble accounts. I do. I'm like, when you're working with me, there's no hiding. And let me tell you, the conversations look like a LinkedIn exchange. I mean, they're so right? Like, it's like a Q&A session, or people are just saying, hey. Well, hey, like, how are you supposed to create a conversation? So having fun and having that lighthearted conversation is super important.
I like that.
Well, you know, I think people watch a lot of movies, and everything seems very serendipitous. Like, oh, it just happened, me and this person fell in love. But how should people be intentional when they're looking for a potential serious partner?
Well, let's face it, gone are the days, especially if you're dating after 40 or in the second act, as I call it, where you have the infrastructure of your social life built in for you. So if you are going out there you have to be intentional. You have to make a point of having the energy and have a plan around things. So the first thing I tell people to do is have some clarity on what it is you want. I do these free calls. If anyone wants a free call, go to KimmySeltzer.com, just a shameless plug there. And people say that they don't really know what they want. They think they want a boyfriend or girlfriend, but often they just want to have fun.
Yes.
Right, and get back to them. So create a mission statement, much like you do in business, around dating. Because once you are clear on what you want, it makes it easier to know how to go after it. The second thing is create a dating plan, much like a business plan. You see, I put a lot of references around business because I work with a lot of high achievers and business people, and it makes sense. You have to put things on the calendar or you won't do it. So even like going to Whole Foods and being intentional, not just shopping for food, but shopping for men too. Like what if that was on your list?
Right by the avocados. What's that over there?
Right, and pick up the avocado and have fun with it. Like there's a lot of things you can do.
Hey now.
Yeah, and we could go a lot of places.
We could. We are out of time, but Kimmy, we could have like a whole hour with you. Woo! I love it. I feel good. Thank you so much for joining us again, Kimmy. I just think she's wonderful.
Why were your fingers crossed?
Because I want to have a whole hour with her.
And we want people to find love.
Jeez, Al.
It was just very strange. Like it was.
Okay, I want people to find love.
Kimmy, come back in 2 weeks. Oh wait, never mind.
No, can I bring something up for you guys?
Yes.
I just wanted to say thank you because this is bittersweet. I know it's last time, but to your success, and also like I want to thank you for bringing more love on the show and spreading the word to others.
That is so fun.
Wow, you guys have. I feel like a family, and I know people watching also feel that way too. And being here physically, I certainly feel it.
Thank you. To our audience, you can get more information on upcoming events on Kimmy's website. Thank you again. We appreciate you.